All right, guys, welcome to the Randall Hess Invitational here. We're just finishing up the men's 4x8. I think we're roughly halfway through. It looks like the last person on the first leg is ending just right now. And then we're roughly halfway through the second leg, coming into the last straight here for the first 400 of it. Looks like Mead is just keeping a great pace there. Can't quite tell who's there. This is looking great. Looking great. All right, coming around and starting the second lap of the second leg. Really a difficult point in the race right here. You have to keep your pace up while still conserving energy for your kick. You want to kick for the, last 300 to 200 meters. And right now is where we're going to see people either die and end the race, just really kill their pace, or they're going to pick up and really get a good kick. People are real stretched out here now. So it will be interesting to see how the second half of this race ends. The second and third leg tend to be where your strongest runners are. You just want to keep strong runners on every leg if you can. But this is the point where a lot of people die, and so it's good to have, nice pace. Amazing strides these boys have here. You're really keeping a good running posture, making sure to stay on that forefoot. Starting the third leg here. First handoff here, coming up to the Mead handoff. A really tricky part of this race is the handoff. Really, really great race here. I'll be back to you guys here in just a moment. I believe, and it's really great to see this competition come out. We have one more leg coming on after this. The third lap of a mile race is always the hardest. It's always where you want to, you're just wanting to end the race. It's a rough race, and the same really does apply for the 4x8. You want to keep a good pace. You want to keep good. Good stride, everything. It's a little different in a relay, You run your 800 and then you're handed off. And so it's really just great to see this competition, see everyone running here. We're getting ready to start this final leg. And like I said earlier, the handoff really is just the hardest part of the race. You have to get, have to have great teamwork, have to have great communication, and just really get that handoff in. It's always interesting to see. And coming into that, first handoff is done. Alrighty. Coming on second is Mead here. Starting to slow down a little bit. It's just so difficult to keep that pace. You want to really keep a good kick. Alrighty. All the handoffs are going smoothly. Haven't had any dropping of the baton here. All right. And this is a really difficult part. You have the hurdles starting here soon. You have obstacles on the track, if you will. So you just have to really stay in the first few lanes and just keep it. Passing becomes a little difficult. All right, here we are. Great kicks coming out, great kick. You just really see that motivation to get to the finish here. And handoffs are there. We're coming up on 7 minutes here, just amazing pace. I believe we are ending the race here. All right, Mead's coming in. Mead has another lap, it appears. Running a 4-minute mile is really just a difficult thing to do. It's no feat. So when you're running 2 back-to-back with only 4 people, it's challenging. Got 110-meter hurdles coming up after this. All right, coming in. Looking. Coming up on 7 minutes and 45 seconds here. Alrighty. And we're finishing this race, it looks like. What an amazing time. Sub 8 over here for Fort Collins. Just coming in. Meet slowed down. They dropped their pace a little bit. What 8:10 is just a phenomenal time in the 4x8 relay. It's it's really just a feat. It's a great accomplishment. Every 4x8 runner wants to break the 8-minute mark, but it's no easy feat, no easy accomplishment. So I'm glad that Fort Collins was able to manage that. What an amazing race this has been. You love to see the drive that these boys have, and just really just giving out there and giving it them all. All right, and we got the final boys coming up here. Let's see what their time's going to be. 9 minutes is still so impressive. It's really a difficult race, so I'm glad they were able to do that. Looking 9:13, 9:14 for the final. Oh, I take that back. That's my bad. All right. See some good strides coming out here. A little bit of fuel striking, perhaps, but that's not bad. You prefer to land on that midfoot, especially when you're doing a race like this, when you have to keep that mid-distance pace. And it looks like 9:40-ish. 9:42 is going to be our final time here. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. 9:49. Are we still running this race? We are not. All right, now that we have hurdles coming up, I've never been a big hurdle fan myself, so it'll be exciting to see. It is just an amazing race. It's so impressive. The amount of technique that you really have to have in doing this is it's just incredible. So I'll be back once we start this. All right. Starting the girls' 100-meter hurdles, we have the girls starting to set up their blocks. Setting up blocks comes down to personal preference. There's a bit more of a standardized way to set it up, but for different heights, different leg lengths, you're gonna want your blocks at different places. And it's really important in the hurdles that you get a good start because you want to be into your full running position by the time you start hurdling. Um, and especially just with this such a short race, you really need to have that explosive start. Really get out there, just give it your all. It's only 100 meters, so you gotta really get into it. We're gonna be starting here very shortly, and I'll be back to you guys to share this great experience with you. Alrighty, we are in this race. Just a great start here. This is the point where you just really get to see those amazing hurdles. Just really getting over it. It's so difficult. Just looking at it might not look that bad, but you have to maintain as much speed and velocity as you can while getting through this. So it looks like that first heat is about complete, and just what a phenomenal start. You really get to see the competitiveness. You get to see the speed, the hurdles. It's just real great. Starting the second heat now. Looks like we had a false start there, or maybe they're just practicing. It's going to be good. Setting your blocks up, you always have to make sure they're all set. They're all clicked back into place, so you don't start the race and then set one. Getting ready. All right, the second starting. Looks like we had a hurdle fall over. Getting there. Mead is just leading. What an amazing start. Getting over there. It's really just a great feat to see. Great to see the technique. Resetting the hurdles here on the track, and we'll be back to you with the second heat. All right, and we're starting this third heat here. Got good takeoff from all the girls racing today. Starting there, getting over it. Mead has just been being so dominant, as well as Fort Collins today. Getting there. Approaching the last hurdle now. And it's over, looking like a 19, high 19s, low 20s for all the girls today. What an amazing race. All right, looks like we're getting set for this third heat here. Give us one moment here, guys. All right, coming into this, this fourth heat here. All the girls are getting set, getting ready for takeoff. And it's really the most nerve-wracking part of any race here. And takeoff. Amazing launches from all the girls today. Getting over there. What amazing. Looks like Berthoud is leading this race. Just amazing form all around. Oh, no, and Berthoud is down. It's a really tragic part of the running the hurdles. You have an amazing race. You're leading the race. And then just one mistake is all it takes. And you are tumbling, which is just one of the most tragic feelings you will ever have. Getting ready to start this next heat here, and I'll be with you guys shortly. All right, guys. It looks like we have our first rider running here. It's gonna be Kaylin Myers up here. So we're getting ready to getting all ready here. Look forward to this takeoff and seeing how Roosevelt competes. As a rider, it's always great to see this competitive. And the takeoff. What an amazing start up there. Alrighty. Got Michaela Myers doing great over there. Alrighty. Amazing form from all the runners today. And it looks like it's going to be 18 something for Roosevelt here. What an amazing start. It's going to be 17:85. What a good race. Really difficult, and just the 100-meter. Don't have hurdles that you got to worry about, so it's great to see their competitiveness and what they're running here today. Be with you here shortly for the last heat. All right, we are getting all ready for this last heat of the girls' 100-meter hurdles here. I believe we do have a rider, but I can't quite tell who it is.
Pizza and Chick-fil-A sandwiches at the concession stands. We have pizza and Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Pizza and Chick-fil-A sandwiches at the concession hut, if anyone wants them. All right, we're starting this race here. Oh, false start. Gotta restart the race here. You know, it's a really difficult part. So we'll see you when this gets reset. All right, up on screen, you're going to see the shot put right now. Looking a little too far for me to tell what's going on here. You know, I don't believe they're starting here yet, but they should here shortly. So I'll get back to you once we start those completed. And YouTube is not recording.
Again?
Yeah.
Maze, did you hear that?
All right, starting this last leg here, getting amazing jumps. It looks like Braylon Bailey is racing for us. You know, just an amazing runner, an amazing jumper altogether. Amazing form coming out here today, and we're finishing this race up. What a great race! We're seeing the times come up now. What a good start! What a good start to this event. You know, I look forward to watching the boys 100-meter relay as well as the shot put that you saw up on screen a minute ago, and we will continue to here shortly. And as you see now, the worst part of any track meet, moving the hurdles. For anyone who has ever done it, you just know the pain and the tediness. What's the word I'm looking here for? It's very tedious. Right in the middle. Oh, looks like we're watching some high jumps coming up here. Some practice runs. You know, the pole vault is a very difficult. It's a very difficult thing to master. It's a very difficult thing to learn. So it's interesting to see them start. It looks like we have Nathan Cassidy getting ready for his practice run. He is truly an amazing runner, an amazing jumper. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in this practice. The pole vault, you know, you have the most technique involved in it compared to almost everything else. You have the run up here and a bail. What a sad thing to see. You know, there is a lot of nerves. It takes a level of bravery that a lot of people just don't have. So it was great to see him do that. starting this race here. Looks like a little bit of a slower start. You know, it's the 110 meter, so it's a little trickier. Alrighty, coming through there. Alrighty, finishing this race up here. You know, truly is a difficult race. I'm impressed with anyone who can run it. Takes a lot out of you to run, and especially running hurdles. So I'm glad people got out and are running here today on this beautiful day, the Randall Hess Invitational. We look forward to seeing more of this. Alright, getting set for this next heat of race. Gonna be starting here shortly. Looks like everyone's checking their blocks, making sure their hands are behind the starting line, because you can get docked and disqualified if your hands are above the line. So it's a good thing to check, make sure. And the start here, looks like you're gonna be seeing them come onto your screen here shortly. Great jumps here. Alrighty, coming into about the halfway point. Finishing it up, everyone coming through. Last hurdle here, and everyone has completed the race. What a good start for the boys' 110 meter hurdles. We're going to be having more of this, more of the great hurdles coming up here in a minute. Alright, getting set here.
Okay.
Boys 110 meter hurdles.
So I'm using drone. Okay.
Alright, and it is off. What a great start here coming in. First 3 completed. Alright, let's see here. Everyone's keeping great pace, staying close, staying tight. Little tipples of the hurdles, and that's fine, you know. And what a good race. Only 2 hurdles down of, all of them. There's a few tips, but no worries, no worries.
Just letting you know because you're.
All right, starting this next hurdle here. Everyone's getting all set. Once again, you have to keep your hands behind the line, or else you're going to get docked or disqualified, which would just be so tragic to see. Runners are really it's a very competitive, it's a very communal sport, so you never want to see a fellow runner just get disqualified. All right, starting this here, getting into the first few hurdles, coming there. Mead has just been so competitive, so dominant, so it's good to see, Timnath being up there. Alrighty, coming into this last hurdle here, and then across the finish line. What a good race. Everyone coming in there under 19, 20-ish. So, just really phenomenal, really great to see. Looking like a 17:39 at the start and ending with around a 17:68. So everyone within, tenths of seconds here. What a good race. What a good see how competitive. Looks like Timnath was there at the start. Then gotta get your hurdles, all reset up. Coming in, getting set for this next heat of hurdles. I think one thing that people don't understand is the amount of practice that has to go behind, getting to where all of these student athletes are. With track, you have practice 4 days a week. You're lifting 2 days a week and running 2 days a week.
Do we know, is Owen running hurdles today?
So it's just great to see. Alrighty, I'll be back with you. Oh, looks like everyone's getting set here. Getting started. Alright, looks like we're going to be moving the screen over here. Drone view. Alright. And they're off. Let's see here. First hurdle, few down, no worries. Starting the next. Hurdles are really a tricky sport to figure out. You have to get your speed right, but you also have to jump. So it's you really just have to keep a good pace. Coming in for the final one here, looking like a 16:52 for the start, 16:82 I should say, 17:10, and endings in the low 20s, which is not bad competitiveness. Looks like we had one did not start for this race, which is really no worries.
Sorry, man. What'd you say?
Alright, looks like we have our second to last heat here, you getting all set up in their blocks. It's gonna be good to see. We're on the roof today, the camera roof. Get a good view of the first several hurdles and the start. And they're set and they're off. Alright, strong start for everyone. Everyone keeping same pace for the first 3 hurdles. It looks now they're gonna start to separate. Coming in was a Severance at the start. What a competitive runner he is. Coming in, finishing. Who's going to be up first? I couldn't tell. It was close. What is that? Severance? What an amazing race. What an absolutely phenomenal start here. Severance. Cadence Harris with a 15:99, just shy of 16. What a phenomenal race. Then Windsor coming in there with a 16:57. Just an overall great race, overall great start.
How many unified am I supposed to have, and will they have head numbers, or am I giving them to them?
Alright, looks like we're starting up here. It's for the final heat of the boys 110 relay. We got camera feed up here. Alrighty. It really is just such a nervous start when you have to get started here. Getting into your blocks, getting all set up, just waiting. You can feel your heartbeat just listening for the sound of that gunshot to take off. A lot of track runners will train to hear that gunshot, even when they're not running. Just training that fast twitch muscle fibers to get started and set and false start there. You hate to see it. It's really tragic. The nerves get to you, and you think you hear it. All right, starting the final heat here. Good takeoff, everyone's set. All right, coming in here. Got Roosevelt racing there. All right, just phenomenal. All right, cutting over here into see these results. Alrighty. What a phenomenal race. 14:67 for the 110 hurdle. We got Lane Musgrave from Roosevelt there with just a phenomenal race. He really kept his tempo. He kept the progression. He didn't go out as fast as he can. He had a 15:67. What just a great race, a great sight to see.
Should I tell Joe to head over to it?
Hey, Coach, have Marcus Gilmore.
Sorry. What'd you say, Mace? Yeah, do you want me to put Joe on long jump?
Alright, starting the mixed 150 unified. We're going to see how this goes.
They're about to start a race.
Alrighty. Getting into their set, and they're off. The 150 begins. See how it goes. Alrighty, coming in there. What a good start. Alrighty. Let's see here. What's going to be coming in? Alright. Now we're just waiting for times. 15:53, 16:11, and 16:77. Alright, coming in for our second heat of the girls' 100-meter dash. Let's see how it's going to go.
It'll actually be me looking down here.
Alrighty. Getting set. And they're off. Starting it out. Let's see here. Got Roosevelt leading the pack. Alrighty, coming in, falling a little short, keeping that stride up. What an amazing race. Alright, let's see these final times here as they come up. 14:70, 14:90, 15:26, 15:55, and 15:70.
Unified, that's the girls' 100-meter dash. Unified is like.
Looks like we just have a quick separation here, quick minute when we get the screen all fixed. Alright, looks like we're starting the girls' 100-meter dash here. Truly a good race. The most nerve-wracking part coming up right here. Getting all set. And they're off. So for the first, about 5 to 10 meters, you just want to build. You're getting your speed up, you're accelerating. You want to get nice and tall, get good running posture. Coming and finishing here, we're going to see these times. Everyone finishing under 15, which is truly great. 1460, 1439, 1509, 1541, 1547. Everyone all nice and close together there. What a good race. It's all nice when you have a nice competitive race. And we got the girls setting up their blocks for the next heat here. We'll be back shortly to see how this goes. All right, here we got the girls setting up for their next block here. See how this goes. All right, and they're off, starting. Let's see how this goes. Accelerating, accelerating. Got some Roosevelt running there. What, keeping a great stride. And we're gonna go and see how this race ends. Looking like everyone coming in there about under 16, close to 1650 maybe. Got 1480, 1430. Coming in strong, 1431, 1441, 1469. What a good race. You know, everyone loves to see a nice, close, competitive race here. 1479 for Trinity there. What a great race. Nice to see. Then everyone's going to be getting set up for their our next heat of girls 100 meter here. All right, we got the girls getting set here for their looks like the second to last 100 meter. You know, the 100 meter is a really great dash. It's not too far. You really see the acceleration. The most important part here is this part right here. The first, 25, 50 yards coming in there. Alrighty. Finishing strong here. You don't really have a kick like you do in distance. As a distance runner, we're taught that about 800 meters is what you want to have as a good kick. Running cross country. Alrighty, we're getting all set here for this 100 meter. Got some good pacing here. Not quite as exciting as a long distance race, but we'll make do. Alrighty, starting it off, and they're off. Coming in strong, coming in real hot. Got some Roosevelt running. Everyone loves to see it. Everyone loves. Alrighty, finishing off here and get further in, and then they're out. What amazing race. All right, we are getting started for this 100 meter here. Uh, we got 2 or 3 left here. Um, Most nerve-wracking part. Looks like we have 2 after this race here. Alrighty, they're set and they are off. Getting good start, good stride, keeping your pace up. This is the part that you really want to just extend those legs. You want to make sure that you're keeping your feet collapsed so that you don't have to, expend that energy, spend that time dropping your feet down to the ground. Make sure you're wanting to land on your mid heel. And then we're going to get all set for this the second to last race here. Alrighty, we're starting the second to last race right now. Getting everyone all set, getting everyone all prepared. As a rock climber myself, these 100 meter dashes are just thrilling races, really. Um, you know, I prefer the mid distance to distance. Just watching people run 8 laps around a track, but I suppose 100 meters will do. Keeping great strides, really staying strong, really getting in there. All right, and then they are heading through. And they have completed. What a strong race. Well, everyone did great. Looks like 13:35. It was an amazing start there. Amazing first place. It's hard to really drop that down. You want to keep it under 15 for the girls 100. And so they definitely did an amazing job here today. I don't know. Alrighty, we're coming in here for this next sea of girls 100. We have our very own Riley here running today. It'll be great to see. Getting all set. And false start there.
Where's the headset?
Alright, we're just going to get our recorder here off the screen there. Alrighty, there we go. Alright.
He's off, but
Alright. Yeah, it's fine.
where's the knee stuck in? Are you guys trying?
Alrighty, here we're getting all set. The false start was really sad. It's hard to recover from that. It kind of messes up when you're the one that creates the false start. You have a mindset that you need to get back into, and they're off, starting strong here. We looks like we have Mead leading the pack. We have Riley doing amazing. There we go. Come on, come on. Alrighty. And then it looks like Riley is going to be the leader, the race winner today. What an amazing job just keeping first place. A 13:44. What a great run. She really kept a good pace there. She was trailing a little bit at the beginning, but she just conserved her energy and made it through. That was a great race. We're always excited to see one of Roosevelt athletes winning a race, so I'm glad we did that, and we will be back here for this next one. Alrighty, getting all set here for our next race. Let's hope that Anicia does just as well as Riley did in the last race. Um, as I've said many of times, is the most stressful part of the race. Looks like we're getting our camera adjusted. And they're set. And they're off. Alright, coming in through here strong. What a great job. All the girls staying real nice and packed in together. Just keeping those arms pumping and the legs running. It's what everyone likes to do. What a good race, finishing in at 13:35, 13:43. Looks like everyone's going to be under 15 in this race here. Hopefully 14 or 13. Once it moves me to my next screen here. Alright. 13:65. All of our runners in that race did under 14. What an amazing sight. You love it. You love when everyone's just doing great. Alrighty, getting set here for our next 100 meter. We're going to be seeing how this goes. Getting everyone in their blocks, getting hands behind line. Get final stretch in there. Towards the end of the 100 meter, you're going so fast. You're pushing your body so hard. You're pushing your body to the limits. You get such a lactic acid buildup. So it's important to get warmed up well. And they're off here, coming in strong. Alrighty, everyone's staying nice and packed together. Coming in strong, finishing it out. Getting that final kick in there. What an amazing race. Great girls 100. Looks like everyone would be under 13 in that, I believe, as well. Let's see here. We have Kayla, 13:03. What a great race. Placing in second. I'm glad that all of Roosevelt runners have just done an amazing job today, keeping a good pace, keeping a great tempo, doing well. I'm excited to see how the rest of the day turns out. All right, as we get set for this next race, you see all the girls doing their runouts, just trying to get that final, final little warm up in, final stretch. Um, really great to see. So we'll see how this turns out. All right, all the girls look all set here, getting ready. Um, have a strong takeoff. And ready, set, go. And they're going. What a good start. Keeping it strong. Keeping it real strong. Finishing it off.
Do you have a wallet turned in?
And it is completed. What a great race, Everyone looking strong there. Hopefully everyone's on 13. 12:05 we have. What a great start. 12:46, 12. Just everyone doing great. Everyone under 13 perchance.
Nothing's been turned into the response.
12:05 is a new stadium record. What a phenomenal race for the final girls 100 there, I believe. Oh my. 12:05 for a 100-meter is so impressive. There's a lot that goes into it. The amount of practice and work, the amount of dedication that goes into getting a 12:05 for the 100 is just phenomenal. Everyone just loves to see it. What a great race. Glad all the girls 100 went well. And I believe we're on to the boys 100 here shortly. What a good start from all of our unified athletes. You all love to see it. It's really a great event. It's a great thing to do, so I'm so glad that they were able to do that. Have a 16:10, 17:41, 19:09, 19:26, 21:63. What a great race. You always love to see it. I'm glad that we have this opportunity to give everyone that wants to run a chance to run. Really great sport, great community. I'm glad everyone did great here today. All right, we have a great start coming in here. Alrighty, finishing it out. We got Roosevelt running here. Oh, yeah. Everyone loves to see Roosevelt running. All right. Coming in to finish, and we're at CD times 14:59, 16:18. All right. We have a few did not starts, but you know that is fine. Not everyone needs to run, but we love giving the opportunity for anyone to run. Got 1,500-meter dashes coming up here. Gonna get to see how this plays out. Looking forward to it. All right, as we move over into this camera, we get to see how this is going to start. You know, got a lot of runouts that we got to get done. We have just a great event here. So we'll be back here once they get all set. All right, looks like all of our boys are getting all set here, ready, go. And they're off. Everyone's keeping a good pace, good stride, staying close together. Got some sunnies on down there. Then we're gonna go and see their time here, see how they finish. It's gonna be good to see. All right, we got 12:39 coming in here from Cooper at Berthoud. What a good race. Yep. Like I said, Cooper from Berthoud. All right, we got the boys getting set here for our next 100-meter. Alrighty. Again, everyone's set. Most nerve-wracking part. All right, they're set and they're off, going, getting a good start. Everyone's staying close together. Then we're gonna have them coming in to get the next boys set up. See how this is going. Looking like everyone under 13 here today. All right, we got Resurrection Christian coming in with 12:34. A great run. We got Gabriel Johnson from good old Roosevelt High School at 12:65. And I missed the next Roosevelt right under. Tell you guys when it comes back to this screen. All right, we got Colin coming in at 12:67. Both Roosevelt runners in this boys 100-meter were going close together, which is just great to see. We have Caesar coming in next for our heat 3 of boys 100-meter. You know, we always see people jumping, but you might ask, why jump? And no one really knows. It happens at both cross-country races and track meets. Getting all set here. And then you see the boys lined up behind, getting ready. The amount that goes through their head. Everyone's staying close together. Already coming through, about halfway. All right, Caesar. All right, what a great run here. Got 12:32 for Caesar. You know, why is Skyline here? That's fine, they're all invited. Alrighty, got everyone getting set. Got everyone getting set up here for their what heat is this? Heat 4, I believe. Heat 5, something like that. It's gonna be great to see. And they are off. All right, everyone keeping a great pace, staying close together, getting those strides, just really staying out there. Then finishing up here, finishing strong. Want to get a good kick in. Coming in, everyone under 13 seconds there, I believe. We got 12:19 coming in here from Skyview. What a great run, just great race. Did not start here today, which is fine. It's fine. We have a boys 3200 coming up here soon, which is truly just the best track of it. As a distance runner myself, love me some 2-mile races. That's what we call a warm-up over our cross-country. Quick little 2-miler. All right, we're going to move the screen over here. Look at this. And they're jumping again. Don't know why they always like doing that, but you know what they do. Got some Roosevelt run here. Chick-fil-A and pizza up in the box, guys. I know you guys are probably not here, but you know what? It's fine. You should order some. DoorDash it. Alrighty. Getting all set here for this next one. Set. And they're off. Keeping a good pace, keeping a good tempo, really just pumping those arms, trying to get out there. Everyone looks goofy when running 100 meters. Alrighty. Finishing this out, we're going to check out, see how Merrick did. He did pretty good, I think. Third, maybe? Oh, fourth? Oh. Coming in fifth with Maverick, 12:37. Not a bad race overall, not bad. Everyone loves to see it. Alrighty, got this here. Heat 6, I believe. Yeah, see how it turns out. I didn't get commentated on any of the jumps that they do. Because runners are not jumpers. Some runners are climbers, maybe even golfers. Alright, starting this off. Was there a false start? False start there, which false starts happen. But no worries. Alright, looks like we have Mr. Chad Walker down the screen talking to the boys here about some false starts. It happens every now and then, and it's fine. Happens quite a few races, you'll see a false start. But none of these guys are rock climbers. That really improves your desire to false start. See here, getting everyone all set. Someone might get shot by their fancy gun. And off. All right, let's see how this is going. Keeping a good pace here. Keep it strong. Keeping steady. Going in there. We got Windsor. All right, let's see how it goes. I don't think we had Windsor. I think I lied to you guys. It's a hobby of mine. We do have Windsor 12:06 there. Got 11:97 from Mountain View. What an amazing race there. You know, everyone loves to see it. Very, very tight community, the runners we are. Except I do distance. I don't think they'd like me. These freaking short people. All right. Oh, they're doing some jumps again. Everyone loves to see their little jumps. Um, all right, they're lining up. It looks like we have a did not start here today in lane was that 8. You know what bummer. 7. Nah, lane 5. Lane 5. We have a don't start. And they're set and they're off. All right, good start coming out from them. Really good start. Looks like Mead's falling behind there a little bit. They've been pretty competitive all day today. Coming through this finish line. Looks like everyone's going to be under 12 in here today. Elijah Martin with a 12:30 coming in. What just a really great race. All right, we got Longmont. We got Jaden. And who did not start. Yep, from Fort Morgan. All right, as we get ready for this this next race here, get catch the end of some runouts. Gotta keep your buys warm. Gotta keep your muscles warm. You know, a lot can change within the 30, 40 seconds that you're waiting to start the race. Jumping again. Alrighty, got some leg slaps going. All right, everyone getting set in their blocks, getting everything ready. See how they take off, see how they have a good start here. And set. Off. All right. What a good start from these guys coming in here. It's really, really getting there. What a strong start coming in. See who's finishing there. It's like an 11-minute finish or 11-second finish. Yep. Got Max coming in at 11:95. An overall decent race here today. Everyone's staying around the 12:30s for this one. Then we're going to be coming into heat 9 of the 100 meter here in a second. All right, coming into this this next heat, we have a Roosevelt runner here. Wait for the screen to come back around. See who it is. Nathan, got Nathaniel coming in. How it's going? Try to figure out what lane he goes. All right, what good takeoff there. Going strong, going strong. Got Nathaniel down in lane 9. All right, what good race. Finishing it up. And then we'll get to see these results here coming up. Dean coming in at 11. Let's go, Nathaniel coming in at 11:74. What a good race that we have here.
It should be just in the gonna go home. Probably my wife is. Like I told Joe, just everything you can.
Mitchell Johnson at 8th, holding a good pace. Roosevelt coming in first.
All right, guys. Logan here back. Finishing up the boys 4x2 relay. It's an amazing race, really. You get, what is that? Get some good time. I'm not too familiar with the 4x2 as I am with some of the other races, but it's always fun. It's always a blast. We'll get more into this in a little bit here. All right, we're getting ready to start the second round of 4x2 here. It's gonna be a good race. The start of the 4x2 is really just a good round here. All right, looks like approaching towards the end of the first 100.
Hey, Robert, did you call the boys' mile yet?
Coming down.
I specifically said there would be no boys milers out here for at least another 20 or 30 minutes. Do not let.
All right, and then the first handoff has been made. It's coming down. It's good. He's keeping a good pace, giving good tempo. Looks like we have Roosevelt coming shortly behind, catching up. He's going to drop the pace here. This is when you really want to just start picking it up and just laying the hammer down and sending it. And then the second handoff is coming, and then you're off. Right when the second handoff comes, it's a very explosive start. You have to really get out there. It's only a half a mile race in total. So you really just got to keep the strong pace that you can the entire time. It's similar to running a 100-meter dash. You just keep a pace, and you don't try to slow down. You just try to speed up continuously throughout your course, your race here. Alrighty, we're going to be coming up, approaching this last handoff here shortly. Coming around.
Mark, can you make an announcement that we are going to start
Roosevelt catching up.
boys long jump finals?
Alrighty, it's going to be a good little... And the race is over. It looks like a 1:38 final time for Roosevelt. Checking this out, 1:36 for Roosevelt. What a phenomenal race. Really had good handoffs. Had a good competition there. It was a good race. It's nice to see. And then we'll back here again shortly for the second one.
Mark,
All right, we're coming on heat 2 of the 4x2 here. Get some camera up for you guys. You get to see all their spacing out here. It's a really interesting race, the 4x2. And so it'll be nice to see it out. I think that it might be a bit of a delayed start here, so I'll be back once they're all ready to shoot the gun. Alrighty, they are getting ready here, getting all set up. Again, in their blocks, it appears. It's a very explosive start. In these shorter races, you want to just go out as fast as you can. And then just, back off a little bit and then keep your pace, keep your tempo, and then just try to finish strong. Alrighty, and they're off here. Taking a good, first 100. It's rough when your first 100 is right into the curve. I think most people prefer to have the straight. It's difficult accelerating into a turn, and this is really the part that you need to, have that good pace, have that good acceleration. And now it looks like that handoff there. Good handoff, smooth all the way around. Coming around the back here. Alrighty. Good start. They're keeping good pace. They're trying to just accelerate into that kick. It's a difficult race, you gotta keep going fast, but it's also just on the brink of it's a far race. It's similar to running like a 400 or an 800. Just gotta keep tempo, gotta stay as fast as you can while also saving energy so you don't just burn out and die off super fast. And so we're gonna see more of this approaching this final handoff here. Alrighty, coming around. Alright, flying down the straight here. Alright, slowing down a little bit. You want to just keep that pace, keep it through the finish line. Going very well. Nice. Alright, coming up to our final 2 runners here. Seeing what they got here. 144-ish. And our last runner coming in. Alright, what a race. We have Conifer at 135 and Windsor at 136. Longmont finishing it off at 140. Very good race, very exciting race, and we're gonna get ready for this third heat here. Alright, Roosevelt fans, we have our good Roosevelt team here, run the 4x2. It's going to be exciting. Hopefully we have a good race. Fort Collins, very competitive school, Mountain View also, and as well as Meade. So we got some good competition here. Hopefully it's going to be a good race. I know it's going to be a good race. I'll be back to you once we start off for our blocks. All right, Roosevelt fans, we got this race starting here. I believe it's Camden Knutson up first, starting us off strong for this 4x2. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be good to see. Um, let's see how they do. And they are off. Strong push out for Roosevelt. Starting in one. Everyone likes to start and run in the first lane. You got this good competition. You get to see the field ahead of you. And it might, feel sad at the beginning. You see everyone just starting off. And then once you approach the second turn here coming up, that's when you're going to really start to see that distance close and start to see you catch up pace there. And then we're coming up to that handoff. Already coming in strong out here. Just really trying to pick up this pace, Roosevelt. Doing well. And coming up to this handoff, and it's off. All right, and they're heading out strong. This is one of the areas that we're going to catch up a lot. Being in lane one, you get to close the gap a little bit. Less a curve. Coming into this straight. It's looking good, looking strong for Roosevelt. Picking up some pace here. Catching up to some people. And handoff. Went smooth coming around this turn. Keeping a lot of distance. Coming up on this final straight here. All right. It's going to be strong. Just push through the straight. All right. Losing a little place. Come on, stay ahead of Mead. And it looks like we're just ahead. All right, looks like we have Fort Collins at in first, then Northridge, then Poma, then Meade, then Mountain View. Sadly, Roosevelt's down in there. But you know what? That's fine. Can't win them all.
Just before 2, okay.
All right, guys, we have this last heat of the boys 4x4, and then we're going to start the girls 1600. 1600 is a great race. It's very competitive. It's a very difficult race. So we're going to look forward to seeing how it turns out. We're looking forward to, spectating this final heat of the boys 4x2. I have faith that everything's going to turn out well. It's going to be a good race, and we'll be back here shortly. All right, we are beginning this race here. It's gonna be a good race. It's gonna be fun to spectate. Everyone's at their blocks, getting set. And it'll be off to the races here in a moment. All right, they are set here, and it's off to the race. Starting off strong here, you want to accelerate into this turn, accelerate into the straight for the people, starting further into the lanes 8 or 9. but it's gonna be good. We're gonna see how it goes. Looks like they're coming around now to the first handoff, and it looks like they went all smooth, no tumbles. Coming around down out of the second turn into the second straight. Alrighty, we got Timnath there in first. Timnath, they have very strong runners in both cross country and track. Very competitive school to go up against. I would not want to be down there on the track right now. Alright. All handoffs went smoothly, coming around to the back straight now. Approaching the end of this race. Handoffs coming up here shortly. Alrighty. Handoffs went smoothly. No tumbles, no tumbles. Coming out real strong over here into the last straight. It's looking good, looking good. Alrighty, Timnath in first. Just really accelerating, trying to push it out. And then we are across the finish. What an amazing race. What a strong race. Great to see. Got Timnath at 128. Super strong. Then we got Riverdale and then Severance in third with the 130. What a great race. We have Loveland. And then did not start, sadly, is Mead over here. They're very strong runners. They're great runners. So it was a great race, and we look forward to starting the girls 1600s here in a moment. Alright guys, starting this mile here. What an exciting race. Really just one of the best races, in all of track and field. You have to really have a good start, have a good push, but you need to conserve energy for the final races. It's the most difficult race that we have, so it's exciting to see. We have a lot of strong runners out here running the girls 1600 today, so it's going to be great to see. I can't quite tell. That seems to be Mead up in the front there, leading this race. They're a strong runner, but I hope they don't burn out. It can be a real issue in the 1600 if you take off this strong. So we'll see once they come around. And then we got a good pack, falling behind. Everyone seems to be pretty close, relatively, connected there. Alrighty, coming around. We got Mead up in front. Alrighty, we have Severance there in third, Madeline Coe. It's a good race, great race. Alrighty, and then we have, looks like Mia there for Roosevelt. Keeping a good pace, passing. Alrighty, up gained 2 positions, going for 3rd position. And so now is when we're going to see people really settle into their pace. You're going to go out strong in the first lap. Lap 2, you're going to start to slow down a little bit. And then lap 3, it's going to be interesting. Lap 3 is definitely the hardest race. Alrighty. Coming there, looks like we got Mead in front, and then Severance trailing just 3rd there. My bad, missed a person. Coming around. What? Alrighty. Coming around, what a strong race, what a good race here. Coming in, we're going to take a look at splits here in just 1 second. Alrighty. Moving over to splits, we got Emerson Haley at Mead coming in strong. Got Emma Jex here running for Roosevelt. Alrighty. Coming in strong, we got Mead, then was that Loveland, then Severance there. Alrighty. Running strong, what a good race, what a great race here. Unfortunately, we have Opal, that is, did not start here. Alrighty, we have, yep, looking good. Splits are about 250. Okay, sounds good for the half. Alright, coming around strong. What a phenomenal race this is. This is really the most difficult lap 3. You're approaching the end. You have to keep a good pace. You're approaching your kick. You need to start, dropping that pace and speeding up a little bit. It's really just a phenomenal race. Everything about the mile is amazing. Looks like it's gonna be another couple of minutes here before we're approaching the end. There seems to be starting to pick up a little bit more of a gap here. Between the 1st and 2nd and then 3rd. The screen shall move over here in just a moment, so we can see the splits for 1st. Alrighty. Doing well here. Everyone's having a good race. Looking well. Alrighty. See here, we got a 252 split going on with a lap to go. We're just approaching the 430 mark, the 440. So this is an amazing race. It's an amazing time. Hopefully we'll see a girl break the 5-minute mark here today. But it's looking unlikely. It is truly a difficult race. There's a lot of unknowns that happen in here. So I'm glad to see everything going well. We had 425 split from Emerson out of the 3rd lap. Emma Jex had a 442 split after the 3rd lap. Everything's looking great. It's a great race. Coming around strong. We're coming into the last straight here. Approaching, coming up on 5:30 here. A real good time. Alright. Oh, and an amazing pass here from Emma Schultz. Coming in, doing an amazing kick. No fault against Haley. Just coming in strong, Alrighty, was that Fossil Ridge coming in next, I believe. They're green, I believe. Then we have some Windsor coming in, following by Severance. What a truly phenomenal race. We're approaching 6-minute here. Alrighty, 6:03, 6:05, 6:07. 6:09 for Madeline there. Alrighty. Emma had a phenomenal 5:48 mile time. Really just a great race here. Let's see who else is coming through. Truly amazing, truly great. All right, we have Emma Jex. Looks like she completed a 6:16, which is a great mile. You know, it's just very strong. It's a very strong race. Alrighty, we're finishing it in here. Only have a few runners to go. Approaching the 7-minute mark here. 6:55. Truly great time. Is that another Severance runner back there? Cannot tell. I believe so. Truly phenomenal race coming on 7:10 here. I believe that will be her final time of the day. What a truly great race, you know. Coming in everyone top 5 with Emma Schultz, Emerson Haley, Layla. Emma Jex placed 7 for Roosevelt. What a phenomenal race. Alrighty, guys, and I will be back here for the second heat of this race. Alrighty, we're starting this this third heat here. Alrighty, taking off strong for this race here, the another 1600. Gonna check this out, see how they're going. Very strong first lap coming in here. Around the curve, very difficult place. And you know, they have it set up very well. You have the, you know, people out further starting on the side. They have certain check marks that they have to meet, so they can't just, you know, cave directly in and just get ahead of the pack. Set up very nicely. Looks like we have some very strong runners out here this afternoon, I should say. Alrighty, coming around here. Approaching the second straight. We're gonna move over and see the splits here. Second. Alrighty, coming down. Doing a good job. What is that? Berthoud there. Westminster. Strong race. Got a lot of strong runners out here. Alrighty. Approaching the minute 14 here. Good pace. Alrighty. Check out these splits. We got 118 here or 120. Alrighty. We got 121, 121, 121 here. Alrighty. Truly great race today.
I can call for the boys 1600 meter run, especially the first 2 sections.
Alrighty.
1600 meter run, 1600 meter runners.
Moving back over to the screen. Great race pace here. Coming up on the third turn here. My bad. We got good distance here from the race leader to the rest of the pack. Everyone's keeping a good stride. Everyone's keeping a very consistent pace here. You have no one, you know, speeding up and then slowing down drastically, which is what you want to see here. Coming around this turn into the straight, you're going to see some pickup in speed a little bit. Looks like the pack leader's slowing down just a hair. Still staying in first, maintaining position. Alright, looking good out there. Everyone's having great running posture. Everyone's really keeping a good pace today. Alrighty, and then we're gonna come up and see these splits here. Alrighty, coming into this, start to see these splits pop up in a moment here.
We're looking for Heim of Mountain View. We're looking for Kingery of Resurrection. We're looking for Myers from
Alrighty,
Grand Junction.
got a lot of strong runners here, it appears.
Planning on running in the third section of the girls 1600. You need to report immediately.
Alrighty, we got Gabby the first at 2:49 at the half. It's a great race so far. Alrighty. Coming in, approaching this turn here. This is truly the most difficult lap that anyone will ever race. Lap. Alrighty, moving over to the screen here. Appears we're going back to this. Alrighty. Approaching the straight.
We can see boys throwing, James, but we don't have the results sheet from the
Everyone's doing very well. Everyone's staying strong here. Keeping good running posture, staying well. Alrighty, now that you're approaching this final lap, we're going to see some pace start to pick up. Just a hair, not too much. You want to save some energy for the last 200 to 100 meters of this race where they're going to begin their kick. So far, truly breathtaking. Just an amazing race. It's a very difficult race. We can see some people start to struggle and some pace drop off a little bit, which is not the best, but it doesn't hurt. You know, we're really out here to have fun, get a little competitive. So it's good to see. Alrighty, approaching the backside of the straight here. Final lap, doing great. Got some good pace up here. Got Longmont in first with Greeley Central and Wellington. Top three. Everyone's doing well. Everyone's doing great. Going to approach this final straight here in just a moment. You know, this is when we're really going to see some pace drop here on this final 100, on this final straight. Yep, some noticeable pace improvement. We got, Wellington trying to restore their position one, coming in at 5:30 for the start here, 5:40. Oh, what an amazing. Wellington was just behind, which is very sad. We had Longmont finishing in first, and Gabby and Wellington, 5:41, 5:41. It's really sad. There's less than a tenth of a difference between the two, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Really just a great race overall. Approaching 6 minute here, just to catch up all the stragglers. And it looks like this race is going to end here with around a 6:15. I couldn't catch that exact, but we'll see it when it pops up here on the screen. Yep, a 5:49 there in 11th. I believe that was it. That was an amazing race, everyone. I think that we are going to end our broadcasting here. I hope that you guys can all make it out to some more Roosevelt High School sporting events, either to catch, the final couple that we have this year, and then coming into next year. This was going to be it for me, last track event for me at Roosevelt High School. I hope you guys have an amazing day, or an amazing night, depending on when you're watching this. But until next time, have a good one.